Welcome to Niger Anchor News. In today's news,
Cannabis Cravings. Why smoking weed makes you hungry. Cannabis, also known as marijuana or weed among other names, is a psychoactive drug from the cannabis plant. The cannabis plant has been used as a drug for both recreational and entheogenic purposes and in various traditional medicines for centuries. Research has made it known that smoking weed triggers excessive eating, which could help arouse appetite in cancer patients. But how exactly does cannabis stimulate appetite? And that is why this useful knowledge has been reviewed by new research in the United States. At Washington State University, researchers in the US carried out an experiment by exposing rats and mice to cannabis vapor to arouse specific brain regions associated with appetite, their feeding behavior, and how often they eat. At Washington State University, researchers in the US carried out an experiment by exposing rats and mice to cannabis vapor to arouse specific brain regions associated with appetite, their feeding behavior, and how often they eat. Donald Abrams, an independent expert and oncologist at University of California, San Francisco, contacted by DW suggesting that the findings were useful addition to existing research into the medicinal application of cannabis. However, Abrams said, "Rats are not people, but as one who went to college in the 60s, I'm aware that cannabis stimulates appetite, which could be useful to people undergoing treatment for cancer, who need to eat to keep up their strength." In their study, researchers exposes rodents to passive amounts of cannabis vapor, similar to quantity people smoke on average. Initially, they observed the feeding behavior of the rodents and found out that they looked for food more often after being exposed to the vapor. And more so, they observed the neural activity in the mice and found out that the cannabis activated a small group of specific neurons in the mediobasal hypothalamus, which is known for controlling appetite as well as body temperature and mood. When the specific neurons are activated, it creates a cascade of neural signals linked to motivation and movement, which in humans is responsible for getting you off the sofa in search for biscuits and candy. Cannabis releases chemicals known as cannabinoids, delta-9 tetrahydrocannabinol, THC and cannabidiol, CBD, and this triggers neurons in the hypothalamus that expresses a protein called cannabinoid 1 receptor, responsible for arousing appetite and boosting feeding. Scientists have been studying the appetite-stimulating qualities of cannabis for quite some time, with the intention of helping those with chemotherapy or those experiencing nausea. Michelle Sixteen, a researcher at the University of California, San Diego, to DW by email said that the evidence for vaporized cannabis for effects on appetite are understudied. Cannabis remains a banned substance in the US and other countries, including Germany. It is not accepted for medical use. Cannabis is the only anti-nausea therapy that increases appetite. It is also good for pain, insomnia, anxiety, and depression, and it is something I frequently recommend to people living with and beyond cancer, said Abrams, who told DW he had been recommending it to his cancer patients for 40 years, but that he was told not to prescribe it.
that is the news for now. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification bell to get notifications whenever a video is uploaded.